The most electric people that I see right now on social media are sharing their passions and are talking about what excites them. And they've turned these passions into businesses. And I think that right now we live in such a unique time with the access that we have to social media, the access that we have to this huge audience, that any idea, any passion that you have, you can truly turn that into a business. I mean, there are people in this world making a living off of selling pictures of their feet. So you can sell a PDF that teaches moms to plan healthy meals. The life that you want, the life that you're craving, is waiting for you. And it's just waiting for you to take a chance and to get curious. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you why you can build a profitable business from your passions. And I have a ton of suggestions for you. So make sure you stick to the very end because I'm going to go through everything. If you don't know, if this is your first time here, my name is Kate Avery. I am the owner of Inspire RN. I have created this podcast because I wanted to give you guys an outlet and just a resource of content for both inspiration, motivation, and then tactical strategies that you can use to go from a healthcare worker into an online digital business where you are making digital products. I started this journey probably about 4 years ago. I started to get curious and I knew that nursing was not really for me anymore, but I did take a detour and try to go back to school. So I do have a doctorate as a nurse practitioner. But yeah, it was not for me and it was not what I wanted. So now I put everything that I have into this business and I coach other healthcare professionals into starting their own online businesses just like I did. I teach you everything. I have a membership that's going to be launching later on this year, so make sure that you stick around. But for today's purpose, we are going to be just talking about how you can turn your passions into actual businesses. I found a quote out there that I truly, truly resonate. I really agree with this, and it's from Oprah Winfrey. And she says that passion is energy. I mean, think about that. Think about the people who are extremely passionate about something, how lit up they are. And when they talk, it's just that spark. Okay. We all have passions. We all have a unique spark inside of us. We all have a talent that lights us up, something that makes us feel alive again. And that thing that when we're doing it, we just seem to lose track of time. Like we just forget about everything else around us. This is a passion that often refuels us and makes us feel re-energized instead of draining us. So think about a topic that you can't stop talking about, or this is a better one. Think about something that people send others to you for advice, right? So on our unit, I am like the go-to Disney planner. That is a passion of mine that others acknowledge. I will say that when I first started this business, it was pretty hard for me to get over the idea of turning a passion into a business and actually making money. I come from an era where when you started going to college, you were discouraged from going to art school because you had to think about, were you able to make a living from that? So you would go to college and it had to be something practical and logical and stable. So for a really long time, I really bought into that story that you could never make money doing something that you're passionate about, or that you could never make the amount of money that you wanted to make doing something you were passionate about. So I went into nursing because it was stable and it was a guaranteed job. But after the first couple of years, I did not find nursing to be my passion. I do enjoy connecting with my patients. I do enjoy helping others. And I do love to see the look on their face when they accomplish something that they didn't know that they could accomplish. That I love. So this story of not being able to make money with my passions really is false. And there is tons and tons and tons of proof out there on the internet that that statement is false. More than ever, having a passion for your work really allows you and allows others to feel your excitement and to feel your energy. And I'm going to tell you that from my experience, from buying different courses, from selling different courses, the energy that you have from your passion is what sells. Okay. It's not the sales tactic that you have in place. It's not the funnels that you have in place. It's not your messaging. It's your energy. It's how you come across to others. If they're excited because you're excited, they're going to buy your stuff. That's how it happens. I want you to imagine what it would feel like if you started making money doing something that you love. I want you to ignore the voice that keeps reminding you that that's not possible, that you're being silly, you're being unrealistic. It's not invited to the party, so you can just push it out the door and shut it. It's just all of those voices are really just your ego, and it's really trying to keep you safe and secure and in a spot where it knows what to do, even if that spot is not where you're meant to be, is a struggle, is hard. Okay. But it knows it. And so it's going to try to keep you here. That is its job. So just explore for a little bit freely without the ego in the room what your work would look like. What would your day look like? Where do you work? What do you do for work? What do you get to wear to work? What are your hours that you work? And I want you to just take a few minutes to just think about this and to really visualize it being your new world. So pause the podcast if you're driving, think about it. But I want you to just name right now, like, what is the passion that you picked? And I want you to also take the pressure off of just picking one passion. All right. There are tons and tons and tons. We're not singular people. There's tons of passions and talents that we have. So think about how you could turn these different passions into profitable businesses. What I think is really important about the transition of a passion into a business, and I'm going to be really honest with you, is that building a business for the first several years, it is very hard. And it takes a lot of learning, and it takes a lot of just truly believing in yourself and believing in your vision. So when you're building a business around a passion, that gives you even more fuel for your fire to keep it moving, to keep it going, to have that huge visualization that you can chase and you can follow. So my action step for you in this one section of the podcast is just to pick a passion or a few that you want to go and explore and see what's out there. I want you to kind of look for others who are out there in the world who are doing something similar to you. I don't want you, like I said, to put yourself I don't want you to put a lot of pressure on yourself. I think that it's fine to explore multiple passions and kind of see what's out there and what excites you the most. The key to this action is just to get curious. Okay. My next little section that I'm going to talk about is the idea of coaching. And I'm going to share with you some of like the top coaching niches that are out there. I'm going to go back and age myself, but my era was like the huge beach body blow up. Okay. So I don't really resonate with the word coach. I like to use the word mentor. It just makes me feel better. Okay. I'm going to share another quote that I found. This one is from George Bernard Shaw. And it says, the people who get in on this world are the people who get up and they look for circumstances that they want. And if they can't find them, then they make them. Again, I agree. I think that you can truly create whatever life you want to create. And when you choose to stay stuck and you choose to stay in the familiar, that you're basically just taking the easy way out. Have to choose your hard. That's my new favorite mantra for right now. You have to choose your heart. And what heart are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to stay in the same old, or are you going to choose to look and get curious and try to build and try to pivot? In today's world with social media and the access that we have to education and courses and just the plethora of free education on YouTube, there's absolutely no reason that you have to stay stuck in a job that you hate right now. I understand. Trust me, I understand. You have families and there are bills, and life does not stop just because you dislike your job. And I do want to call BS though. I shared a story last week and I felt very vulnerable and I did not want to share this story, but it had to do with the sacrifices that I made so that I could put more time into my business, because one of my biggest hurdles was time. I have 3 little kids. I was in school. I was working a full-time job. I did not have time to build the business that I wanted to build. So I traded in my car. Okay, 1 minute. So I traded in my car and I now drive an '05 Sunfire. I pulled my kids out of daycare. I now live on a budget that I have to live on religiously, but I would do it all over again because it gave me the chance to be able to give my business the time that it deserves so that I can have the life that I want. I did all of this because I knew that the life that I had built was not the life that I wanted. I needed to change my circumstances because what I was seeing around me was not what I had dreamed up. So I want to remind you that if you want what others have, that 1%, those people that are living that dream life, then you have to do something different. You can't be like everyone else, doing what everyone else does and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. If that was the case, then it would be extremely easy to hit those goals, right? And you would be living in that dream house or you would be going on those dream vacations already. Those people aren't, because they refuse to make changes and they refuse to change their circumstances. So I urge you to take the risk and I urge you to bet on yourself. I did do some research, like I shared, on some of the top coaching niches. Okay. So again, just a reminder, I come from an era of like a Beachbody coach. So the word coach to me seems kind of, I like the word mentor. That's me and that's how I feel. So if you also kind of resonate more with the word mentor, exchange that with what I'm going to share with you next. But these are going to be the top profitable go-to niches, and some of them transition really well with healthcare and some of them don't. But I'm reminding you, you're going with your passions. Don't go with you're a nurse and that's what you're going to do because you know a lot about it. Go with your passions, okay? You're not going to be trapped into another career that you don't enjoy. So, a big one, fitness and nutrition. That one's really popular. I feel like you know a million people out there who are fitness coaches, nutrition coaches, but there always is a spin on them. So just always think about that. So you're helping other people achieve their goals, achieve specific outcomes when it comes to certain things. You know, maybe they want to hit a business goal. And so you do that. Like there's different, you can mix and match all of these niches to create your own unique thing. There's a space for it. Trust me. Mindset coaches, people who are helping you up level or work through blockages and stories so that you can like meet the next level in your business. Then there's specific like business coaches or entrepreneur coaches that are out there who can help you build your business, something similar to like what I do. But then you can get really specific in your coaching niche. You can do things like parenting. I see so many coaches out there helping step parents transition into that role. You have financing, you have singing. Like you can literally take a passion, slap coach or mentor on the back of it, and teach anyone. That's what I'm trying to share with you. So my call to action for this section is to, again, go out there, research your passions, find someone who's doing something really similar, see what they're selling. It gives you the research that you need to explore using these passions as a teachable business. So my very final section is going to be sharing with you some of the digital products that are the most profitable. And really, when you build your audience and you decide what you're going to teach and you have the passion to back it up, you can create whatever you want. That's why I suggest that if you're going to go out there and you're going to look at what other coaches are doing in your niches, kind of see what other things they're selling so that you can make sure that you are unique in what you sell or what you're creating. You're already unique enough because it's you teaching in a specific way with your specific stories. So you're never going to be the same as someone else. So don't ever feel like you're copying them, but there's always a unique spin on what you're going to teach compared to other people. So this is why I love digital products, because you can create anything, truly anything. You have probably purchased all of these digital products before, but I'm going to share them with you. So you have the typical PDFs, you have the Google Docs, you got the workbooks, the cheat sheets, the checklists, right? All of these type of products where you can get a lot of your education in one spot and sell it for a low ticket. So you also have the ability to create courses. These are usually video supported. They have modules. Everything's broken down and organized. Another thought is you could create some type of like audio. Really, you just want to be solving a specific problem for your audience. You get to really be unlimited with your creativity when it comes to creating digital products. Literally, you sell it online. It's a digital product. If your audience wants it and it's solving a problem, then they're going to buy it. The key here, though, is that they want a quick win. So always think about that when you are creating these first like entry level products. When you're first beginning, quick wins are what is going to sell. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. When you first start a digital product business, it doesn't matter who you are or what you're selling. You have to be able to build your audience and to really get them used to you selling. So get them used to you pitching things. And that sometimes can take time. I did put together a digital product cheat sheet that will walk you through the whole process. So you can download that and you can start researching the different niches that you like, the different products that they sell. You can start brainstorming your own product. And then you can start to build your audience. But you should really feel empowered and you should feel excited after researching your niche. So make sure that you're keeping that momentum and that you download that cheat sheet and you start creating. I am going to start a series in the next couple of months on how to really talk to your audience and how to build your niche, because that is going to be the biggest hurdle when you first start. Trust me, I know I have gone through it. So join me every single Friday. I'm going to start doing more specific series for you guys that are going to support the topics that are inside of the cheat sheet. So go and download the cheat sheet, and I will see you all next Friday.